And welcome back. And happy League New Year. Hit it, Wally. What are your two New Year's resolutions that we have for tonight?
I can never pick two. I actually have four, but I'll skip one of them because it's Browns bias. So we talked about earlier Howie with the Eagles, right? Keeping the most value while losing a boatload of
God, that was
players.
amazing to see, Wally.
This is,
Skip and frolic.
but so Howie, this is an offseason where Howie has to prove his worth as a GM. You need to retain the most value despite losing a boatload of players. My other one is Staley over in LA, right? This is the final year. You need to overcome adversity and you need to win a playoff game because you have the hottest seat in the NFL. You have the best roster on paper in the NFL, or at least a top 5 roster on paper in the NFL, and you can't win a playoff game, especially, we just talked about it against the Jaguars, right? So, neither here nor there. The other is Matt, whatever his name is. I'm not going to fucking...
Eberflus, baby.
Eberflus. I wasn't going to try
baby.
and pronounce that. So, you are now tasked with maximizing Justin Fields' potential with a newly loaded offense, and then you need to draft O-line and defense until you puke from boredom, because that is the recipe for you being a division winner going forward.
So, first of all, I'm going to do it differently. I was being more theatrical with this for the people at home. I am stepping in to the mind of these players, of these GMs in my case. So first of all, Happy New Year. It's our New Year's resolution. I am now in Pittsburgh. This is crazy. I'm in Latrobe. I'm 15 minutes up the road. I am Omar Khan. And Tremaine Edmonds just got signed today. Really wanted him. That's tough. That's dead. So now, as a Steelers GM, we have a lot of problems on this roster. How are we going to fix it? I think the best way to start is with the Kansas City tackle that's now firmly on the market in Orlando Brown. The Steelers, way too comfortable. We're way too comfortable, mind you, because I am Omar Khan. We're way too comfortable nowadays just drafting and sticking with these offensive linemen that don't work. We're talking about Chukwuma Okafor, or Okafor, however you say it. I don't know. I wasn't here because that was the last GM. I'm bringing Orlando Brown in. That is going to immediately give Kenny Pickett more protection. That is going to give this offense a little stability, where for years now we've seen an offensive line not like play to the Steeler way that we're proud of here. So we're bringing him in, and I think that I would also want maybe a linebacker we talked about a few minutes ago, Drew Tranquill. We're talking about a mid-27-year-old guy who can play in coverage, who is not Devin Bush, who is not a tackle-averse, IQ-averse linebacker. And we're going to go even better. We need a cornerback. And we're not talking about Patrick Peterson, the guy we just signed, who's 58, who has a player or two here and there, and we still believe that he's a prime guy. No. We're going to draft, and we're going to do what the Steelers do. It's a family business. That's what we do here. The Rooneys raised us on it. We're going to bring in Joey Porter Jr., the guy who can reach around the world himself with his arm span, bring in a corner worth of shit since we let Cam Sutton go. And the Steelers are going to be right back on the path to the Steeler way. To the highway to 7 is, I believe, what they say here in Pittsburgh. Steven, before I...
Oh, you.
Oh, yeah, no. Before
I gotta follow this.
Yeah, you gotta follow that. Oh, trust me, I gotta get ready for the next one. Here, I'll help you out. I'll bring in some music for you. Happy New Year, Steven.
Thank you. I guess we'll go 1v1 here. My first one on here is I'm keeping it within the division. Dan Campbell, get you a defense that not only can stop people, but that can win you a game. You had an offense that was right up there with Kansas City's for a better part of last year, with a lot of games where that offense just wasn't clicking. And those games, yeah, your defense ended up playing well, but you needed that extra spark, that extra oomph, that player that's going to create a pick six, an interception, fumble recovery that brings you within the enemy territory, within
selling
the
me on it.
enemy's red zone. You need to get that. Now, they did get a cornerback here. Who do they end up getting? Thanks, Wally. Cam Sutton signs over to Detroit here.
Yeah, Cam Sutton got you.
There
My
we
bad.
go. The guy Wally was just talking about, the guy Omar Khan was just talking about here.
Thanks.
Signs in Detroit. Jeff Okudah, can you stay healthy? Can you pan out to be that guy, that top 3, that top 5 guy that they drafted you to be? Can you stay healthy and do something? You got Aiden Hudson. That kid's quite a problem. Got another defender. He's quite a problem as well. Or another defensive lineman. What about my guy? Why am I not thinking about his name? It's Rodriguez, but they call him something else. I don't know. The Hard Knocks star. Rodrigo they call him, but his last name is Rodriguez. They really couldn't just say Rodriguez. I like what they're doing there. Get somebody, get a better defensive coordinator, get some more players here on the defensive side of the ball. Get your defense to not only sustain or not be sustainable, win games for once. Take it away, Wally.
All right, I've got to go back. I'm going into this magic machine that's going to make me one of these GMs here. And you're not going to like it, Steven, because now that's my magic music to make me the new person. I am Bears GM Ryan Poles. And the first order of business I'm going to take for my New Year's resolution is I'm building a statue for Lovie Smith to thank him for the ability to trade down from number 1 from Houston instead. People forget Houston was almost a 1 seed, but they won a meaningless game late in the year. Thank you, Lovie Smith, Bears legend. I now realize this is a free agent class that's soft, but I have a ton of cap room. So what am I going to do? I'm going to explore some trades. One of them, ironic enough, you talking about Jeffrey Okudah? The Lions have proven last year in the draft they're willing to trade in division for the right price. Jeffrey Okudah, he started not playing many snaps for the Lions late in the year after a good start to the season. Let's give him a new environment to really restart his career. We're going to offer a 4th-round pick to the Detroit Lions to take on a guy that we're going to know we're going to have to pay a contract for if it works out. But what else do we need? We have Justin Fields. I'm confident in. I proved that because I traded down from the 1 spot to the 9. I'm trying to back it up here by not only giving DJ Moore, I need Justin Fields to have another wide receiver weapon. So I have a few names for you guys. I'm going to call Houston. Again, Lovie Smith, thank you so much. Brandon Cooks, he's available. Cincinnati, everybody thinks wide receiver there. It's going to be T. Higgins. No. Who is their quarter or receiver that they're more likely to move on from? Tyler Boyd in the slot. That makes a lot of sense with DJ Moore. Pair them up. There's rumors rolling around right now that Denver might be willing to move on from a wide receiver. Why not call about Jerry Jeudy? And I'm going to give you one last one. It's not on here, Steven. It's a bonus. Could Devontae Adams
No.
be available?
Absolutely not. He'd be dead to me.
Intentionally did not put this on this board for you.
I knew you were gonna say that because it's right underneath, not to ruin anything else. If he does, I will. I bought Kylie his jersey 2 years ago, the Christmas game. I will burn it. I will burn it if he goes to Chicago.
You're the burn jersey guy. I mean, I'm going to be the guy, Ryan Poles, to do that to. That makes me happy.
They're not going to get Devontae Adams, but I think a Denver receiver
Why
is
not
on
call?
the board. I think the Denver receiver is on the board. It was confirmed today by Ben Albright that Denver was shopping both Jerry Jeudy and Cordarrelle Sutton. Is that his name?
Yeah, Cortland Sutton. Yeah.
I like
Cortland
Cortland
Sutton.
Sutton a lot, but he's just been hurt the last few
Well,
years.
but why not? Okay, so me as Ryan Poles. I'm a Twitter fiend, as you guys know. I'm looking at Devontae Adams, who just tweeted 5 hours ago. If you have not talked to me in the last 3 weeks, Do not talk to me about what the team just did or what
Exactly.
is going on
Ryan
right now.
Poles isn't in that inner circle. None of those kids are in the inner circle there in Chicago.
He doesn't have to be. He's going to call Dave Ziegler up, and he's going to say, what does it cost for Devontae?
Buddy.
If I'm the Raiders, I'm moving on. I need to move Darren Waller. I need to move Devontae Adams. What are
Buddy,
you willing
we're-
to give me?
Look at Wally. Look at me in the eyes. We are 1 year away from your historical rebuild. They didn't sign Jimmy G to send everyone packing. All right.
Why
We
not?
are we're 1
franchise
year
tag
away.
Josh Jacobs.
It is
We are
an
1
aggression
year
quarterback.
away. We are 1 year away, and then I'm all on board with this sell everyone mentality. We are 1 year away.